Hello everyone, I am Terry the Fox and let me specifically speak about my thoughts on Halloween time and my experience with it. First off, I would like to apologize. Halloween time? What the fuck? What title is that? Like, seriously, what the fuck? I'd like to apologize about calling it Halloween time. The title is very stupid. It's not impressive or anything. And I only called it that because I had no idea what to call it, and I could not think of any better titles than that. So I do want to apologize for calling it Halloween time. I wish I could come up with a better title, but unfortunately I could not. I apologize, viewer. I apologize. But anyway, Halloween time. Holy crap. Wow. I have so much mad respect for people who make video games every single day for a living. Because, whoo, it was really, really hard in some areas. It was a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but it was tough. It was really tough. Which is kind of interesting because it's like, one day I'm so happy I'm getting a step closer to finishing, and then the next day I'm also sad that it's almost finishing because it's like, I don't want it to end, I just want to keep going, it was so much fun to do. Then the next day after that it's just like, I don't want it, just end it soon please, I'm so tired of doing this, make it stop. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it so much. And I could kind of understand why people would do games they never played before compared to games they have played before, because this would just be murderous if you played a game every single day with games you already knew, instead of just like one or two videos per week. But anyway, I just wanted to make this video to share some of my thoughts, like maybe a little bit more in-depth thoughts about the games that we played during this time. And they should be in order as I play them, so let's begin with Real Horror Stories Ultimate Edition. Wow, that game was a piece of shit. Holy shit, that was horrible. And I wanted to play horrible games, that was on my agenda, and I was kind of hoping for more buggy, laggy games, like we're just walking 2 steps and all of a sudden we're falling through the floor into the center of gravity, or stupid stuff like that. I was kind of hoping for stuff like that when I said glitchy and buggy games, but I didn't really get anything like that, unfortunately. And Real Horror Stories Ultimate, it tried to tease you with cheap ass jump scares, but it failed horribly. Like, I was so unimpressed by them, just because there's like no build up for them, so when they did happen, it's just like, wow, was I supposed to get scared for that? Really? It was so boring. Also, it didn't really work very well, because all you could do in the game is just click on stuff and hope to God something activates, because I literally had to stop the game and look up something just to figure out what I'm doing wrong. And according to what I've seen, it looks like you have to click on that stupid swing, which is where I got stuck with. You had to click on the swing like twice, and I believe you can actually hear me clicking the fuck out of my mouse to make it work, and it barely started working. Which, I don't know if it's just me like button smashing the mouse or something, or if it's just really the game is broken. But even then, it just didn't seem to work or respond very well, I noticed in certain areas. So anyway, Real Horror Stories, I feel bad that this was actually my first episode, because, fun fact, what you're seeing in the background is called Disillusions, I believe is called, a manga horror story or something like that. And originally this was supposed to be the first episode, so I thought I recorded it and I thought I commentated it. Turns out when I went to stop recording, it started my recording. And I was so upset because, I had a lot of good commentary in this. I remember. It was funny. And I would have laughed my ass off too. But, oh, I didn't hit the record button. I thought I did, and it makes me so sad. And I could have replayed it, but then it's like, well, it's not blind anymore. I'm not sharing my first experience with it, and it's not as fun because I know what to expect. Sigh. So there's that little mishap right there. In the end, I still am playing it, just replaying it and doing stupid stuff with it. But Real Horror Stories ended up being the first one, unfortunately, instead of the second one like I planned. And I don't think it's a really good introduction to Halloween time. At least I don't think so. It was really me complaining a lot, and I feel bad about that. But, you know, that's bound to happen, I guess. You can't win them all. You can't enjoy them all. And of course I did end up stopping after a certain point because, God, I just couldn't deal with that game anymore. And then there was like this puzzle, but I didn't know how to solve the puzzle because it didn't give you any hints onto how to solve it. And I really had no patience to deal with it because I just did not want to deal with it. So there was that. I mean, I guess it would have been more obvious, but I just did not care enough. There's the difference right there. I did not care. So with that out of the way, next we have School of Horror and Selena. Well, we'll start with School of Horror. I wish it was more buggy and broken. That's what I wish. It was extremely laggy, which makes me sad. And I'm kind of surprised I did as much commentary on it as I did. But I kind of wish I cut it up a little bit more than what I did. Than what I showed. But, you know, whatever. It's what editing Tara the Fox thought was a good idea at the time. So, whatever with that. But I did like that ending bit I ended up adding at the end with that whole music dance. That was actually pretty funny. I just thought I just had a random idea of him just dancing and just doom 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 doom. And I decided to add that, and I thought it would be funny. So that way, it's at least somewhat enjoyable. You know, you get at least one giggle here and there instead of me wandering around going, wow, this game is laggy as fuck. Holy shit. And here I'm thinking, well, no shit, Sherlock. And of course, there's Selena. Selena was fine. Honestly. I didn't hate it. I didn't spend a long time wandering around figure out what to do, because it kind of forced you to click on specific things to activate. And it was kind of hard to find out what that one specific thing is when there's 100 other items to look at. So it was pretty difficult just searching for crap, and that's pretty much it. But I should have trimmed majority of that down for you, so that way you, the viewer, wouldn't have to deal with that. That would have been horrendous if you had to sit and watch that whole thing. That would have been like a 3-hour video, I think. Or maybe 2 hours. 2 hours? 2 hours, yeah, I think so. And it would have been boring, because I did get quiet at a few points, so it's just like, yeah, we can cut some of these out. But Selena, it was fine. The story was okay. I did like the fact that at first the guy was madly in love with his wife. He's like, she's the best thing that ever happened to me. But then as the story progresses, you see him turn to like, well, wait, what's going on? Were we arguing? What was this about? Did I actually want to hurt her? Oh my god, what's going on? Then when you find out more of the story, then you see him completely resenting his wife and saying how much I hate her, blah blah blah. But that ending was kind of confusing a little bit, because we see a dead body in the closet, but then it's not Selena who's dead. So that kind of raises the question, who's in the closet? So I never really figured that out, but again, the game was free, and I thought it was fine. If you want to try it out, be my guest. You're not losing any money, so that's all I have to say. Next up, oh, we have Detention. Oh man, Detention was so good. I was kind of aware of the ending a little bit. I didn't know that much though. But I'm aware that there was a secret ending that you can get. I have no idea how to get that secret ending though, but I do know there's a secret ending where you play as the kid who got arrested and sent to prison and got released, and then I think the way it goes, he kind of explores and finds out what happened since then, which is what I complained about during the ending video. I was like, wait, what happened to the school? What happened? What? How did it get so crappy? What the heck is going on? But that special ending is supposed to explain that, so. But unfortunately, I don't know what that is because I still haven't gone back to play it, and I never bothered to look up what it was, so eh. But overall, Detention was a fun game. I really liked the puzzles. It really made you have to think. And I'm still kicking myself so hard with that stupid number puzzle. I feel so fucking stupid. Because literally, as I'm watching it from my editing point of view, I literally say to myself, 623. Okay, viewer, that's an important number. Don't forget it. What do? I fucking forget it. Ugh. God, that's so frustrating. So frustrating. Like I'm just like mentally kicking myself over and over again at how stupid I am. God, that was not one of my brightest moments. As you should probably tell, viewer, I'm not the brightest star in the sky. Not even close. I'm surprised I'm even showing at all. Ugh. But Detention was a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend it. I thought the gameplay was solid, the controls were great, the soundtrack was not too bad. And you know, the monsters kind of had like their unique own thing going on, and I thought that was pretty fun and trying to say something, but it's not coming out right, so let's try it again. I thought the monsters were great. There we go. Alright, next we have Crypt of the Necrodancer and Dark Places. Crypt of the Necrodancer. I wanted to play that, like, more of it than what I did. I think I only did, like, 12 to 15 minutes of it. I didn't play that for that long, unfortunately. But, the problem was because, the game requires you to shut up and focus. But the thing is, I'm trying to commentate while playing, because, you know, that's what I do. I commentate while playing video games. So it wouldn't make sense for me to not commentate and concentrate, because, yeah, that's not what I do. And so that wouldn't make much sense, so I did have to take a punt on that, unfortunately. I haven't played it since, but I do need to go back to it and replay it. I really want to give that a chance. Maybe if I'm better at it, because I really wasn't very good at all. I kept messing up the beats and stuff, so I really want to retry that. But maybe if I am better at it, maybe I'll try it as the Let's Have Some Fun series and see if that goes anywhere. I don't know. And of course, Dark Places was a thing. I mean, I don't really have much to say about Dark Places. I was hoping it was kind of glitchy and buggy, but it really wasn't. Or at least nothing I came across was really buggy or glitchy. But I just feel like it lacked a lot of content it could have added. Like, all it did was just add monsters that you can shoot, and that was about it. There's, like, no story, or at least the parts that I went through, it didn't really reveal a story or anything like that. It's just, you're in this awkward place with monsters. Go shoot them. That's it. Nothing else. End of story. Bye-bye. See you later. And I'm like, okay. So I tried really hard to get through it, but I'm just like, you know, I'm going to have to take a punt on that. This is too much. I can't deal with it, unfortunately. I kind of wish I did cut up more pieces for that one, especially Dark Places, because I feel like I've spent a good chunk of the time wandering around, doing nothing, and just commentating, but it's just like, I don't feel like the commentary was really good, but for some reason Editing Terra thought that was a good idea. I should have cut more out of that, but I think what it was, maybe what I was trying to think of back at the time, was just trying to make sure it hits that hour mark that I was trying to do every single video on, except for the first episode. But I think that was what I was trying to do, but it didn't work out that well. Well, it did work out that way, but I should have just cut it down. Fuck the hour mark. Next up, we have Silence the House. This was part of my backloggery. I wanted to play it, but never got around to it, so hey, Halloween time, it's supposed to be scary. Why the hell not? That was my way of thinking. So, Silence the House. It was fine. I could see this being potentially good, but it does fall short, unfortunately. It could have been a lot better than what it was. Like, at the very beginning, everybody was just so fucking horny and they wanted to fuck each other. It was so weird. But they kept changing who they wanted to fuck, and it was so dumb. And it's just like, even for like a horror movie standards of stupid teens going to a middle of nowhere, drink booze and do drugs and shit like that, this felt cringy as fuck. It really felt pretty bad. Ugh. But the story did pick up though. Like, it did start getting really creepy. Then you find out that the teenagers were there because they did bad things. Like, they murdered and killed people, which I thought was a really good idea. I thought that was really cool, and I was not expecting that. And then, the chicks, the haunted ghost girl, her job is to, like, go around and, kill people who are like that. So it's kind of like, she's a bad guy, but she's also kind of helping kill the other bad people. I thought it was interesting. But some of the stories really felt like they were cut out in some of them. Like, the very last one, God, what was her name? God, I don't remember her name. But the very last one, the woman who killed the chick with the guitar, I wish that one was kind of fleshed out a little bit better. Because that one really wasn't. It was kind of a little awkward. Yeah, that's the only one I kind of think of. Oh, except the ending. That police ending. That was weird as fuck. And I don't understand it. We played both endings, like the good ending and the sort of okay-ish ending. I guess technically it's considered the bad ending, but I think it's okay. We consider it an okay ending. But both times it showed the police people coming, and the police people don't make that much sense in either of the endings. Like, when we first saw the first ending, I thought, oh, maybe it doesn't really work with this one, but it works with the other ending, so we played that, and then it really didn't. It really doesn't, and I could not figure out why it doesn't work. I mean, it's just such a random thing to put in there, and it just makes no sense. Get rid of that ending. Nobody likes it. Get rid of those police. Nobody cares. Fuck the police! Alright. But Silence the House, it was a pretty fun game. I do like it. I wasn't sure how people will like it since it's a visual novel, but this is around the time when all my games that I wanted to play were not working on my computer, and I'm just like, no, all my hard work is being wasted. I had to quickly scramble something. And so visual novels are usually nice on my computer, so I played that instead. But, I'm kind of glad that I finally get to finish that, put it off my list of must eventually complete games to now complete games. So yeah, there's that. Oh, and then there's Lynn. Ugh. Okay, Lynn. Lynn is considered as a psychological horror, but honestly, when I was playing the game, it really didn't feel horror-ish. I mean, I guess the only time it was scary was during the time where she was sleeping and dreaming, where crazy weird shit happens, but that, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of bullshit to call that horror from a fucking dream. Just because there's, like, actually no risks at all. Like, you can just wake up and it's like, oh, it was all a dream type of thing, which kind of is what happened. And, I thought it was kind of stupid. Was it very much psychological, though? Yes, it very much follows that. I would not call it horror, though. And that's why we stopped, just because it's just, we're following this girl, she's under a shit ton of pressure from her parents, and then it fucks her up in the end. Yeah, like, the build-up to that wasn't too bad. It's just, don't call it a fucking horror. I mean, yeah, I ended up playing the game by myself after no longer recording it. I mean, I guess I could have recorded it, but I really did not want to, just because I'm like, this is not horror. Like, I don't feel like it's horror, and therefore I don't want to play it or record it and show it to you guys and saying, oh, it's part of the Halloween series because it has horror in it. And it's like, this doesn't feel like horror. I don't want to bullshit you guys. I mean, I felt bullshitted, so therefore, why should I bullshit you? That wouldn't make sense. I guess technically I did end up bullshitting you guys for posting that video, but, you know, I was under a time pressure and limit, so I had to do what I can. But anyway, I did end up finishing that game off recording, but again, only the scariness only happened in dreams, and then it just filled with so much other crap. Like her sister, about her friend, about her parents, and then just like the build up to the ending where apparently the Lynn that we play as ends up killing the other Lynn due to having a massive meltdown. Which, you know, was bound to happen. That was pretty much predictable from the beginning. But even then, that really just doesn't feel horror to me. I don't know. Like, it was fine-ish, maybe. It's really hard to say, just because I feel lied to, so it has that bitterness beneath it that I don't like being lied to. I don't know. A lot of people might say it does have horror because of the dream, but it's like, that's kind of a bullshit reason to say it's horror because of a dream that you keep having, but it doesn't happen in real life, so there's just no consequences or like threatening or your life is in danger type of thing. There's no real threat in all of it, so that's kind of the issue I have and why I don't feel like it's horror. But then again, horror is pretty subjective depending how you go about it, but you know, that's how I just feel about it. It's just, I feel kind of lied to about the horror, so it kind of has that bitter taste to it, so it's a free game, you can play it if you want and enjoy it, but I just thought it was meh. Alright, next up we have Prototype Mansion, used no cover. Okay, this is going to be interesting because I saw this game and I knew it was like a parody of Resident Evil and, you know, the old school ones. And I thought, oh, this is going to be fun. I think it's going to be great. And, you know, it was. Here's kind of the problem I had with it, though. The controls were fine. The camera angles were fine. The problem is, they don't work well together. And that was kind of my big complaint about the game. For some reason I called it contain controls, but they were not contain controls. And so, I made a big rant about this in my description. Like, why would they do this? This is so dumb. It wouldn't make sense. Blah, 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 blah. However, somebody left a comment saying you can actually change it to tank controls in the fucking menu. Ugh. Way to go, Tara. Way to go, proving that you're more of a dumbass than you already are. Ugh. Because I do believe tank controls would have been the perfect thing for that camera. It was perfect, absolutely perfect for the way the camera is being presented. And shown, like, whenever it did those weird, wacky camera movements, like, especially with the little girl, because I had a hard time controlling her with the current controls, the control set the way it was. The way camera moved, it really disoriented the controls a lot. But if you had tank controls, that kind of fixes the problem right there. So like I said, camera's fine, the controls are fine, they just don't work well together. But, yeah, I did like that game a lot. It was a lot of fun. Shame we couldn't do the extra special one. I believe I recorded that anyway. I can't remember. Crap. It's been so long, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I did record that, though. I tried, but I couldn't figure it out. That was pretty unforgiving, too. Like, I think you had to get every single little thing in order to kill the guy, but I kept forgetting one thing somewhere, and it kept pissing me off. But it was a lot of fun. I should try that again. Now that I know that there are tank controls, I definitely got to give that a try and see if I can actually beat that guy by myself. Also, I do know there is a sequel. Well, sequel, I say quote unquote, because it's prototype match is supposed to be the version of the chick that we played as, but the second game is supposed to be the version of the guy who went the opposite direction. So I was planning on playing that, but then I figured out what was going on with my computer and why I wasn't playing all the other games, and so I ended up wanting to play those just because they've been on my backlog forever and a day, and I wanted to play them. So that is kind of why I did not end up playing the sequel to the game. Maybe next year, ho ho ho, maybe. I mean, that is a possibility. I mean, I have bought the game, so that is a possibility. Let's see. Next we have, oh yes, yes. Yuppie Psycho. Oh my god, this was so much fun. This is indeed a wonderful survival horror game. Holy shit, this was great. I loved this. And I know I keep gushing about it so much, but I can't help it. This is by far my favorite game in this whole entire series of Halloween Time. Officially my favorite. I had so much fun playing this. Like, it really does follow the classic of the Resident Evil and Silent Hill games, the originals, and that you really had to be careful how you proceed. It probably falls more to the Resident Evil because you did have to be careful with your saves. You could not go crazy with them. Because, you know, the ink ribbon and such, Yuppie Psycho had, you know, the stake paper. What I found also interesting, I didn't think about it at first, but after, before I was making this video, I was thinking about it, and I thought it was a little excessive to have a limited amount of save paper, but also have ink cartridges into where you can open some of the printers for. Like having both of those limited. And I thought that was a little excessive. However, I will also kind of go against that as well, because there were some printers that were actually really close together. Like in one room, you had to do something, so you saved, do the thing in the room, and then you can save again, go to the next area, and then there was another printer right there. You didn't need to use your ink or cartridge to open that. There's no need to do that when you can literally just, if you die, you can reload your save and be at the previous thing. You just have to take extra few seconds, which is not that big of a deal, especially when you gotta really think. Again, a bit excessive, but you know, there's something that counterbalance with that a little bit, so I thought that was fair. But man, the characters were great. I really, really liked them. They showed their personalities a lot. The artwork was a lot of fun to watch. It was really, really cool. And the story was really, really great. I really liked it a lot. I was looking up some comments about the other endings, and a lot of people were kind of disappointed because I haven't seen the other endings, but apparently there's no official good ending. Or at least when you do get it, it doesn't feel satisfactory. And a lot of people were upset because there's no satisfactory ending. Like, people predict that the machine... the machine is actually... The robot, Sintra, I should say. She's actually the witch, or she became the witch, and the little girl, Sintra, is now the sister with the fox ears. So there's that, and then the way it's portrayed, it showed like it still seemed like a bad ending, or at least it's open to a second game, which I really hope that is the case, because I would love to play that, because that'd be awesome. But I don't know, we'll have to see. But you know, even if the endings are a bit unsatisfying, I feel like everything else about this game really makes up for it. Like, you just got great characters, the gameplay is pretty solid, the puzzles were great, and you really couldn't be too careless. You did have to be a bit conservative, and you had to really think. And I felt like it was a really fair, challenging game. And I really like that. Like, it doesn't have bullshit nonsense coming out of nowhere. Like, you can clearly see what's going on majority of the time. At least I'm pretty sure you can see, like, most of the traps on the ground. You go like, oh, there's something going on. You do this and this, or maneuver my way around it, or something like that, you know? I felt it was, like, really fair, because it made you see what you needed to do, and you just had to stop and think how to do it. And I really, really like it when games do that. It gives me a chance to figure out, okay, what do you want me to do, game? Instead of just assuming, okay, here's a pencil, here's a book, go have fun, and then you have to fight a fucking monster with it. And it's like, wait, what? How do I don't know. It just felt subtle about it, but it just felt fair. It was a good game. You be psycho. Absolutely loved it. There is another game by the same developer who made another game, and I'm hoping I can get that game and play it for Halloween time next time. Hopefully. I'll be talking about that at the end of this video, so let us continue on to Whispering Willows. Whispering Willows, what can I say? Well, it was a very casual game. I didn't know you could die till, like, in the middle of the game. When I actually did die, I'm like, oh, so death is an existent thing in here. I thought it was a little weird that I wasn't dying or anything. Or nothing seemed to be happening, but you can die. But other than that, it's a very casual game. Very, very casual. Very easy to get 100% on everything. Like, I didn't expect to get 100%, but I ended up getting 100% on everything. Everything was just so easy to get. The puzzles weren't too bad. It was just mostly running around finding the one thing you need, which wasn't that bad or anything like that. Honestly, I kind of wished I played this beforehand and maybe did an LP of it, because my main issue with the game was that it was really hard to commentate in certain areas, just because I'm just like, shit, what do I say? That's how I felt like majority of the time. I'm trying to say something, but it's like, game, you're not providing me with anything. What the hell's your problem? Come on now. But if I felt like if I had, you know, played this before I made it into an LP, then I would know what to say, because I usually play the game before I record it, so that way I can, like, memorize myself and maybe think of stuff to say. And then I think that would have been a little bit better than me just playing it blind. But Whispering Willows, it was okay game. It was okay. The artwork was pretty nice. The visuals actually very, very nice. I really liked the visuals. They were very, very cute and nice. If you call hauntings cute and nice. Let's see. Next, Unforgiving or Northern Heim or Him. Fuck, I know I'm mispronouncing that. I know I am because my sister told me I was mispronouncing it. So, yeah, there you go. I've been mispronouncing it the whole time. I think I've stated that before. I might be wrong. I can't remember. I can't remember anything, viewer. Don't judge me. Huh. You know, the funny thing is about Unforgiving, last year I actually bought Unforgiving, because I believe that was when it was released. I believe in 2018. Don't quote me on that. It might have been released earlier. Then I just can't remember. But I remember last year, I looked at that game and I was about to play it. I was about to. But I stopped myself. And the reason why I stopped myself is because I wanted to spend an entire month making videos, scary-ass videos, dedicated to Halloween. That's what I wanted to do. And it is because I just had this random-ass thought from looking at the title of Unforgiving or Northern Heim and saying, that's what I wanted to do. So, yeah. It's all, this whole little adventure is thanks to Unforgiving, honestly. Pretty forgiving, I guess. But anyway. But yeah, so that's all thanks to this game. I don't know why I had that random idea. And I wanted to wait an entire year for that, but You know, I did. And was the game worth it? It was okay. It was okay. This At first I didn't understand the story because I kind of forgot the part where that one guy, it said if you give him the magic instrument, he'll possess you and take control over you, which would explain the ending a lot better. I don't know if there's multiple endings. I think that might be the only ending you get, but whatever. I'm pretty sure that's the only ending anyway, because I didn't feel like there were multiple endings, or at least it didn't really feel like there was. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong, viewer. I could be wrong. But it was fine. At first, I wasn't sure how to feel about it, because it didn't provide me a lot. I mean, after separating from my brother, that's when I didn't feel like I was providing a lot. Because I'm like, oh, if I'm going to be separated from my brother for a long time, then this might be a problem, because the game's not providing that much. So it was kind of slow after leaving my brother, who had the fucking flashlight and kidnapped us, but still got the flashlight when he died because he's an asshole. Never forgive. Never forgive. You can say it's unforgiving. That was horrible. Ugh. But yeah, the game did start picking up after that, though. Like when I got to the other side of that lake, that's when I felt like the game started picking up and making progress, like more proper progress. Oh, except for that stupid bitch. Oh my god. That part where we released that one woman who said we were like she wanted to be the prettiest of them all, and we were taking her place for some fucking reason. I don't remember how we activated that, but once you activate her, holy shit, she is on your ass. And you just cannot get away from her. It was so annoying because, you know, I was trying to run away from her, then go to the dock to play the lute, or the harp, excuse me, and then it doesn't work. So obviously you have to go back to that one area and get the stupid other notes to play the song. But man, it took forever to find that. That's what I had to do because of that fucking bitch. My god. Because you try to like look around for a little bit and then all of a sudden you turn around and she's right there saying, "Hi, motherfucker," and rips you a new one. And it was so rude of her. It was absolutely so rude of her, and I was so frustrated. So yeah, that's what happened and why I didn't want to talk about it. Because if I talked about it, I would have raged because it pissed me off so much. I spent so much time trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Because that woman would just keep killing me over and over and over, and it just pissed me off. So yeah, that's what pretty much happened. I just died 20 million times. God, that fucking woman. It pisses me off. And it wasn't really clear at first at what you're supposed to do, but then again, I feel like at the same time I should have known what to do because the thing was right in the middle center where there were other symbols similar to the thing for the harp to acquire, so I feel like that was also obvious. But because the stupid woman kept chasing you and you're just like trying to play the game, it just got frustrating, and once you're frustrated you can't think properly. It was just a headache. It was real annoying. Fuck that bitch. God damn. But overall, it was an okay game. It was okay. It was kind of short, though. I kind of feel bad that it was so short. I think I paid quite a bit for it, too. Like 10, 15, I think. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Next, we have Conclusive. What can I say about it? Honestly, not much. It's kind of the same thing with the Whispering Willows. I immediately had a hard time coming up with commentary for this. I really, really tried. But the game really doesn't provide a lot. It really, really doesn't. It's just like, oh, you found an item, cool, go to this area. Oh, okay, cool. Go to the next area. Oh, find this item. Open the door, go to the next area. Oh, okay, cool. And, you know, it just kept being rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. It's just like, oh, crap. it's not really doing that much. I mean, we did see the monster a little bit, and we did see some weird shit, but I don't know. For me, it just felt like it was... I tried really hard to commentate, but nothing would come out, and it was just hard. And at first, I thought it was because, oh, maybe I'm tired, maybe I'm hungry, maybe I need to take a break. So I said, yeah, let's do that, which is why I took a break during that one part. But even after taking a nap and then waking up and eating and coming back to it, I still had such a hard time getting into this game. I feel like it could have been more, but I don't know how it could have been more. Like, I just feel nothing for this game, no matter how hard I try. Which I guess is to be expected at the end. I mean, you know, the whole point of Halloween time is just to explore games, you know? Because I like a variety of games. I like doing different stuff. It's a lot of fun. And, you know, some of them are going to be big hits and it's going to be great, and others are going to be massive misses. And Conclusive was a miss for me. It really was. I might come back to the game on my own time and finish it, maybe. But, honestly, I don't know. We'll see. Next up, we have Trick and Treat. Trick and Treat. This was also a part of my backloggery. I've wanted to play forever and a day. I've never got around to it. So Halloween time was the perfect excuse. Hell yeah. It looked really, really cute, and I thought it would be a lot cutesy wootsy. So I thought, you know, we need more stuff like that. I've been trying so hard to be scary. Let's just have something that's really more Halloween-y. You know, people dressing up in costumes and just celebrating October 31st. It'd be awesome. Even though I'm pretty sure that episode did not air on October 31st, even though I kind of wish I did, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. But whatever. But, you know, something that would just celebrate Halloween itself. And I feel like Trick and Treat would have achieved that. In a sense, it did. At first, it was talking about the witch and her pumpkin maid that she apparently is. They're going to go out trick-or-treating. They go to this party instead, a Halloween party, which, you know, does happen. We have Halloween parties here. But then it just turns into this whole puzzle adventure type thing, so it was interesting. It was a lot of fun. Not much to say about it, honestly. I feel like the gameplay itself pretty told itself what it was about. It's a fun little game, and also it's free too, so that's also another thing. I thought it was enjoyable enough for a free game. I mean, you can play it if you want or not. You're not losing any money off of your wallet, so it's fine. But oh, the ending though. Speaking of, let me quickly speak about the true ending. I'm surprised I got the true ending. I was not expecting that. I thought I was going to get like a bad ending or something, or a okay ending, like, oh, you barely passed, but you did good enough, so you're good. But no, we ended up getting the true ending, and I'm so confused. I'm like, how the fuck did I get the true ending? How did that happen? That never, ever, ever happens. You get like the okay ending, but never the true ending. I guess I'm just that good at some video games. Huh. But that ending, though, that one ending with the butler and the vampire. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That was so funny. I was not expecting that response or anything like that. That was pretty funny. I should really reload that and see if I can see what commentary he says if I say, oh, what if you dated my master? Or, oh, what if you dated me? And see what the commentary for that was. But I'm glad we chose the butler. That was hilarious. That was beautiful. That was so great. Oh, man. If you haven't seen it, just watch it. It was great. God damn, that was awesome. Let's see, and last but not least, we have Iris Fall. Well, for starters, it really wasn't scary. It had weird stuff going on, like freaky stuff, but not really horror. Or at least I didn't feel really scared or like intimidated with fear or anything like that. It was just a very puzzle-y game, which I don't mind, because I do like playing puzzles, but it depends on what type of puzzles it is, because there's some puzzles I did fairly easy, some of them are baby puzzles, others were like, alright, some of them are fairly difficult, and others were just like, oh my god, I'm not used to these type of puzzles, these are gonna wreck my ass. Ugh. Which, as you can see through the sped up versions of those, yeah, they took a while just because I immediately stopped talking and started thinking. It's like, okay, how is this gonna work? Come on, brain. Use your brain power! Ugh! God, it was a very puzzly game, which was fun. Though. I did enjoy it, despite all the difficulties. The one thing I'm kind of confused about is the story. I thought if I gave it a minute or two, like after playing it, I would get the story better or understand it better, but I really don't. So I imagine we were a little girl who got turned into a puppet, but for some reason we went back to the place we started at, the game at, whether that was a school or an orphanage, I can't tell. For some reason we went back there, and then we follow a cat to the lady who made us that way for reasons. I don't know. I was confused with the story. It didn't make sense. I'm thinking that's how it went, but I could be wrong. And also the shadow girl. What was up with the shadow? Like, there was a female shadow. Like, was that our innocent girl version of us before we got turned into a puppet? Or puppet? Puppet? I don't know. I don't know. This story confused me so much, and I don't know. Even my assessment might be wrong too, like completely. Maybe we were a puppet and got turned into a human girl, but then got sent to the thing for some reason. I don't know. Somebody explain the story to me, because I'm confused. I'm so confused. Does it make sense? But yeah, those are all the games that we played, and more in-depth thoughts. Some of them I'm being repetitive with, but others I'm just maybe thought to share a little bit more. Some of them were great, others were pure shit, but that is to be expected. Now the final question, would I do this again? I would like to do this again next year, but don't hold me to that. The reason I'm saying that is because anything could happen. For starters, I don't do this for a living. I kind of don't want to do my gaming channel as a YouTube thing and make money off of it. I don't really want to do that. I mean, it's a nice little fantasy, but I legitimately, honestly don't want to do that. Just because YouTube would fuck me over than it probably does right now. Some videos it's kind of fucked me over, but not too bad. But if I, monetize my videos, it would fuck me over, so I don't have... So this is like legitimately a hobby. I'm doing all this for free entertainment, which is fine. But the problem is that I do have a day job, and, stuff happens. I have to get called into work to do overtime, and which is fine, more money, but, that does take away from my gaming time a lot, and it does limit me a lot and what I can and cannot do. And, one of my employees could be laid off or quitting or something like that, and I have to cover their shift. There's that. Or worst case scenario, I could be getting fired, which is really sad, because then I get really depressed, and then I'm going crazy and like, oh my god, what do I do? Oh my god, ah! And then I'm going crazy searching for a new job, which is a real shame because I really like this job. And then, a lot of stuff could happen, or I could be, going to family events for something, or I could going out of town or out of state or out of country for various things. It could be a number of reasons. Like, something that could stop me. There's a number of reasons. Would I like to do this again? Yes. I would absolutely love to do Halloween time again. It was a lot of fun. Is it challenging? Yes. Does it take a lot of my time? Yes. But anything could happen that can prevent it from happening. So don't hold me accountable if I don't do it. Because the answer is yes, I would like to do it. It's just, will I be able to, is the question. Which hopefully I am able to do, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Alright. There's that. That took a lot longer than I expected it to be. I was hoping this to take 20 minutes. Here it is in 50 minutes. Fuck. Well, anyway, this has been Halloween time. Woo! 2019. Yay! We did it! Video every single day. Oh my god. So hard. But so much fun. But so hard. But so much fun. I, of course, am Tara the Fox. You, of course, are the viewer. And of course, I hope to see you in more projects to come. For I still have many, many, many more to do. And I hope you guys join me for those. Because although Halloween time is over, we still have an entire year to get through to hopefully the next one. Cross finger, knock on wood. Type of thing. But until then, I am Tara the Fox. You are, of course, the viewer. And I hope to see you next time. Take care.